Hello everyone, thanks for watching Survey Central again, where we help you stay on grade. Today we're going to make a quick video about how to run a piece of Trimble equipment off of a Topcon base like this one here. This is important because as we start to grow as a company, we're beginning to get a mixed fleet of equipment. We already have a dozer and a skid steer that runs off of the Trimble grade control system. So I'm just going to make a quick video and walk through how to set it up. So the first step is to start your Topcon base just like you would on any other project. That's it. If you need help doing that, I've got a video on how to start a Topcon base. So go ahead, and I can put a link in the description for this one. So go ahead and watch that and get it started. Then we're going to have this little Pelican style box with everything in it that we'll need. So we'll go ahead and unpackage everything. You'll find this metal piece that attaches to the base pole with the base. This is what the antenna attaches to. So we'll find the antenna in the box here with this bolt. We'll go ahead and hook them up. So we'll screw that in. Sorry if it's a little noisy, I'll turn the volume down for this. Then you've got the upper piece to the antenna. Go ahead and screw that guy on. Then we've got this radio box here that we can just clip on to this tripod here. If you have a base, I usually clip it onto that right there, just like that. And then we've got these battery clips here. It'll clip onto your battery. And then I set these cables up. So there's also a red power cable on here that will plug into your Topcon base. So we'll go ahead and come over here, plug that guy into the power. And then the next step, we'll get our radio antenna here. And then we'll screw it to the top of this radio box. And we've got this other blue cable coming off here. There's another port on the back of the Topcon base that this will plug into. It looks kind of like the power port, but it's not. It is just the one right next to it with the green ring on it. It's always important you line the red dots up when you plug those in so you don't bend any pins. So we'll plug that in. And then next, also in this box, is just a USB cable. This doesn't have to be plugged in permanently, but to get this radio box broadcasting right, we'll have to plug it in for a second. So we'll go ahead and plug that in. Just like that. And then the next step, we'll plug this into our data collector and get it broadcasting. So I've got my data collector here. I'm going to go ahead and plug the USB cord into the side of it. And then we'll find a program on here called Topcon Receiver Utility. And double click on it. We're going to go to Device, Connect, Connect using serial port. And then we're going to click the little three dots to the right here. And we're going to look for one that looks like it's a serial or a USB cable plugged into the side. So I see this one down here that says the USB serial device COM8. Now that COM number changes every time. So you've got to click those three dots every time, even if it looks like it's right when you first plug it in. So we're going to click on that, click the little OK square at the top right. And then we are going to click Connect at the bottom. Now, the next thing we're going to do is click Receiver Settings. And then Ports. We'll get this little table here, and then you'll see towards the top of the table under Serial A, that output box is empty. We're going to double click in that box. It can be kind of tricky. And then under Output Mode, we're going to click that drop down. And we want to change it to RTKCMR+. Whoops, clicked the wrong one. It is hard to do with a finger and not a mouse, so you might have to try it a couple of times. Everything else, just leave alone. There is, if you go to these other tabs at the top, under this serial one, there's that RTS/CTS box. Sometimes that likes to be checked and sometimes it does not. So it's checked right now. I'm going to leave it checked. Even on these same bases, if you have one that looks the same, sometimes it wants it, sometimes it doesn't. So that's done. I'm just going to click OK and then exit out. That's all you have to do. And then you can exit out until you're gone. Now I can unplug this. Before I unplug this, first we'll look at this radio box here, and I'll bring you up closer first. Does not appear to be working, so I'm gonna try again with that, unchecking that RTS/CTS box. So we'll open Topcon receiver utility again, device, connect, click the three dots. It did stay the same this time since I didn't unplug it. We'll click OK, connect. And you can also see down at the bottom right, there's a little green cable system, meaning that it's connected. We'll click receiver settings, ports, double click in that output box under serial A. Click the serial tab. We're going to uncheck that box, click OK, and close out, yes. Now let's see if this is working. Yep, it is working now. So see, like I said, sometimes that box likes to be checked, sometimes it doesn't. The only way to know is to try it. Here, so this is a view of the setup from the other side here. So when everything's working the way it should, you'll see these lights here. When the base is started and running, you'll see that second light in from the right will be red and solid. That means the base is transmitting. Now, on the Trimble box here, we'll go over some settings real quick. Hopefully you can see it okay and it's not too glary. But you'll see that TD light flashing there. That means that that box is getting its signal from the Topcon base and sending it out of this radio antenna right next to it. Now, another important thing to know how to do that's going to be kind of tricky here, since I can't really get a screen recorder on this, is change the channel. So let's see if we can do this here. See, we've got these buttons here. So first, I'm going to go down to wireless settings, click enter. Now we'll go down, down, down. We want to go to network ID, click enter, and then see that there, network ID, it's currently on channel 10. You can go from channels 1 to 40. So to change it, you just push up, and then push enter, and then you can change that second digit to what you want, and push enter, and it'll save it. Now I'm going to change it back to 10, just because that's what it was set to. There. We'll click that enter again to set it. And we'll click back, exit. And then it's going to ask us to save settings. We'll click yes. Now, another important thing to note here, see how we have a voltage display on this? It's really important for this system that this stays at or above 12 volts or it will not work correctly. It may look like it's working correctly with that light flashing, but when you go back to your machine, you're not going to be getting very good corrections. So it's really important to keep your battery charged as often as possible to keep that good. Another important thing to note is that every day we use this. I know those Topcon bases have the auto base setting where if you're putting it on the same base, it'll restart correctly. But I always make sure to use the data collector and restart it on the correct base. So that way I know I am 100% on the right base, because that will cause all sorts of problems that can be kind of tricky to figure out if you think you're on the right base and you're not. So that's all. Thanks for watching. And also feel free to give me a call if you ever have any questions. I'm happy to come out on site and help you set this up. I know it's kind of tricky at first. Thanks.